So I'm gonna ask a few questions and then open it up to the audience, and so start getting questions ready. So actually, my first question, going back to what I said earlier, when DC Tech Meetup announced tonight's theme, I just wanted to get some opinions. You don't all have to answer, but if you have an opinion on tonight's theme and having all women demos and talks, what do you think?
I think it's awesome. Seriously though, I think it's, women are severely underrepresented in serious tech. I can't tell you how many times I tell people I have a technology company that happens to be launching in fashion, and they check it out and they say, oh, there's the girl with the fashion company. And there's a very big difference. So just being taken seriously as an actual tech company is pretty cool.
I am so impressed with things that are being presented here. Congratulations.
I was just going to say absolutely kudos, everybody. It's great to see the diversity of the companies and expertise, and I see Alison Capen there, who is the connoisseur of Women Who Tech. She's at Women Who Tech, and she's constantly covering it. But sometimes it's hard to find, especially in more geographic areas. So it's great to see.
Well, I usually run like the plague when I hear women in STAR, and so I was hesitant to come to this tonight, but I guess I think it's not so much about getting more women in tech. That kind of drives me nuts, because I think that's irrational. I think we should have the best people in tech possible. And so then, I guess through having this conversation with people, what I realize is that the question isn't about getting more women in tech, it's having a better understanding of whether or not women should be in, or whoever should be in tech, right? So I guess it's more about, like having a good representation of women is about equal opportunity, as opposed to because we need equal representation. I don't actually think that is a good goal. However, from a diversity perspective, statistically speaking, you have different types of people, they will represent different types of ideas. And so I think it's kind of an interesting question from that standpoint.
Anyone else want to jump in? Okay, so and not all my questions are about just being a woman in tech, but if you'll indulge me for one more. So all of you actually work in different capacities, different types of startups, but do you think you face different challenges being in this industry as women? Or do you think you have certain advantages?
So, thanks. I guess I would say that I think being in a startup is hard. I don't know that being a woman in a startup is any harder or easier. I think it's demanding. I think it takes a lot of time and energy and commitment. And, I think my coworkers work as hard as I do. And we all are giving it our all to make this a successful company.
Yeah, I'd say it's, I think we got advantages, certainly. I think people really value having women in their startup, and I think I personally wouldn't have had the opportunity to be up here tonight. And so I think there's definitely some advantages just because people are excited to promote us, and it's a very generous community, and I think it's great to have you events, and kind of as Jesse said, it'd be great to have diversity continuing throughout all the events, and not specifically with all women. But it's wonderful to have it today, for sure.
Cool. All right, jumping to another question before I open it up to the audience. This was a question I think Michael asked the panel at the last DC Tech Meetup. I really loved this question, although I believe a few of the men punted on it. So, ladies, be brave. But if you could lead any startup out there, outside of DC, anywhere, what would it be?
Me, I think it'd be Foursquare, just because they're building a very social application. I think it's a really fun application, but most importantly, they're getting so much data from the behavior of the users, and just a cool opportunity for people to build additional applications on that API. And so I think having that kind of data center would be really awesome. there's just a lot of potential, and it's a cool way to track your life and have people build applications on top of it. So I think that'd be a really fun company to run.
Facebook, because I think they're going horribly awry.
Okay, well, I'll actually just mention an idea that I've been tossing around. I don't know if it's the one I want to run most, but I've been thinking a lot lately about a sort of more mathematically focused newspaper. So how could you kind of hack the way that we receive news by making it more, I don't know if you can make it more objective, but at least more data focused and more infographics focused and more sort of logic, like formal logic focused. So I think that'd be fun.
I'm not interested in running another company.
Marcy or Jennifer?
I think I'm happy where I am. I mean, I think that personal is still my answer. It's a great company. I think we're doing something that is a big idea, and it's, I mean, just so much fun. So I think that's my answer. That might count as punting on it, though.
We'll let it slide.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things about being in a startup is that you eat, sleep, and breathe it, and so it's really hard to imagine yourself in any other shoes. I mean, this is the problem that I want to solve right now. So